The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb.
And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be second down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
From the 27, Watson. This is the tight end, Njoku. And he's got room.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15. I tell you, for a defender, that's got to be a scary sight, seeing a big man like this with a head of steam behind him as he makes that catch and then turns upfield.
Yeah, and we see this so often. There's excellent coverage downfield, so the quarterback makes a nice decision, just flip it out to the flat and see what the running back can do. Plenty of space to roam, and he turns it into a big play.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
The touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back. What are you doing?
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And Chubb will try the middle here. He's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting him to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. To throw is Watson. And it's caught. Touchdown, Browns. Amari Cooper, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Browns are on the board first here this afternoon.
Extra point by York is up and good.
And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Wilson leading the Jets up now for a 1st and 10
at their own 19-yard line.
Now the first running back drafted in April. This is Breece Hall.
And not a whole lot to speak of there, so bring him down shy of the 20. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Hall again on 2nd down.
Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Well, this defense for the Browns, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and try to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Now Wilson.
Working the sideline here. Did he get the feet in? Yes, they say that he did. Nice job tapping both of them down.
23 yards on the play. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. On first down, Wilson.
Open man is Denzel Mims.
And he's got this down to the 35. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. If this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
On second down, a run with Hall.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down. Now it's Wilson. Open man here is Conklin. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 17-yard line. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Hall.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage.
Drop behind the line on a nice play by Deion Jones.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Here's Wilson.
And Mims has got it. Touchdown, Jets.
A great play there. His first touchdown of the new season.
And the Jets respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own.
The kick is through the uprights to tie this game, but hang on a second. We do have a flag.
So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now a first down throw. Watson. Dancing to his left. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Ray certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Now it's Watson.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now Watson. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. He's got a man, complete. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. A big play that time for Cleveland. 72 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll run with Chubb. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. They'll try again with Chubb. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Nick Chubb, his first rushing touchdown of the year. And the Browns have taken the lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. Taken at the goal line. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Wilson. He'll air this one out for Mims. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Absolutely no disguise on that one. They just went for it. Put him out there and said, go deep. Let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down.
Partner, we've got ourselves a ball game, and those guys on defense, they came to play. Slipped up on their first series, but they're definitely settling in now and letting it be known that points won't come so easy again.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Being chased down, and he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Here's Watson. Touchdown! Nick Chubb. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Browns are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Extra point by York is up and good.
And it's now 21-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
As this offense gets ready here for this drive, Charles, you still wonder about that prior drive. Went for it on 4th down in their own territory, didn't get it, and then that led to a touchdown on the other side.
And I don't mind the aggressiveness. In fact, I'm usually a huge fan of it, but I just want teams to always weigh risk and reward. To me, too early in this game because reward just wasn't big enough to go for it there in case they failed. Now the pressure back on their offense to pick themselves up and negate the touchdown that was just given up.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Wilson.
That is caught by Mims.
And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a 1st down. Wilson. Flush. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Sacked there by Jadeveon Clowney.
That's a pretty darn good start to the season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here.
That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
Throwing on second and long. Wilson, he'll air this one out for Mims. This is intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. And the Browns are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
They begin this drive with Chubb, and the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Throwing on second and 14. Watson. They set up the screen to Chubb. It's a room to run now. There he goes left side. Past the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Well, CD, with receivers, we talk about their speed, great hands. It's tough to quantify elusiveness, but they say he has great elusiveness, and he showed it right there with a run after the catch.
Yeah, and this is no ordinary run after the catch. This is supersized right here. He's able to look it in, turn upfield, and then it's as simple as looking for the area where the defenders aren't. And then he outruns them all the way to the end zone.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the catch on the next-gen stats.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame.
Yeah, and some guys, they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster. I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a way to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice, dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
Here's Wilson. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Finding his way home for the sack that time, Taven Bryan.
He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure. These sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Now the Jets send on Braden Mann to punt.
Back deep, Jakeem Grant. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Cleveland offense ready to go.
Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that, so I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing, this blowout's going to get bigger and bigger before the final gun.
From the 27, Watson over the middle. That's caught by Schwartz. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw, Watson. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. His second catch. This one not quite as dynamic as his first, and it's 2nd down.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Watson, off play action. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Sauce Gardner picks it off. And the Jets are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection. And now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the sixth sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
I think if they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on 1st down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half.
No gain on that run, and while this team is down, they're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe you just have to think about a different style of running in order to get this guy going.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson.
That's going to be caught along the sideline, and what a job of keeping his feet in bounds. They say that's a catch.
Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play.
Here we go.
Now Wilson on 1st down.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker.
And the Browns are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd and manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
On 2nd and 10, Watson. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Schwartz. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. Watson to throw on 3rd and 1. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Deshaun Watson, 4 touchdown passes now in the ball game.
And the Browns are able to add on to their first half lead. Extra point by York is up and good.
And the route is on here in this first half.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Braxton Berrios selected to bring it out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything.
And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Final play of the half. It's Wilson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And he brings it back. Can you believe it? An offensive disaster on the final play of the first half.
Decided to hold on to the ball.
Well, Charles, I mean, things just seem to be getting worse and worse for one sideline. Or flip it over after that fumble return for a touchdown. Better and better on the opposite end. What an impressive first-half performance.
And, partner, I know the saying in the NFL goes that no lead is safe, but I will say that this one seems pretty secure. And if we continue to see plays like that, I'm going to switch back and say this lead is safe.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Jets going to get the football first, and they trail as well as we get back underway in this second half.
This taken in at the goal line.
And able to get this out to the 25. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster in the first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely. But you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now Wilson. Able to connect with Mims. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half. To throw is Wilson. He's got the connection to Moore. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Now Wilson. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
If they want it first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. Now it's Wilson. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Grant Delpit drops it for a loss of 14 yards, and it also brings up 4th down. Here's the Jets punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And now the up man has it. It's a fake. Oh, but he'll be stopped well short of the first down marker, and it's a turnover on downs. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool this defense. And that will force a turnover on downs. The Browns' drive about to get started. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
On third down, it's Nick Chubb. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a fourth down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away.
And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. Or win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
It's another first down as this time they get an even 20.
There's a nice pickup right there. And after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson.
He'll air this one out for Mims.
And all the way in. Touchdown, New York.
Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, second year in the NFL. But I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
Still well in control of this ball game despite giving up that touchdown a moment ago.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down.
And he'll get this up just shy of the 30.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now a play fake, and it's Watson.
Throw left side. There's Schwartz with it.
And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson.
Got a man, it's Schwartz, complete. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And they have been unstoppable this afternoon, Charles. They just went after them from the start. And pass plays like we just saw, they're continuing their dominance here despite the big lead in the 4th quarter.
And that they have in every way. And plays like that across all phases of the game, They've just been effortless for them in this one, and that's what's helped them build such a large lead and allowed them to smile as this game continues.
They run on first down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's second down now.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces, and I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Second down, here's Chubb again.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
This offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10.
They run it again with Chubb. And he's got some space here. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 17 more yards. They had 17 on the previous snap as well. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles. And another big Chubb play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
It was Isaiah Johnson there to make the stop. You don't see that a ton, do you? A cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
They go with Chubb on second down. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. Officially nothing on that one. No gain. So they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down.
They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do. But I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
Cade York on now for the field goal.
It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 30. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. They're not going to get it. They try to move the chains with a surprise, but it's a turnover on downs. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And the Jets are going to get the football back.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film section in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind?
And intercepted. Wilson's 3rd of the game. Greedy Williams picks it off. And the Browns are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
They'll try and wind down some clock with Chubb.
And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set here as they try to stop this 3rd down. Watson.
Got an open man, it's Schwartz.
And he needed to get to the midfield stripe, but he can't do it. He's about a yard short. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Browns send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. It's a fake. Oh, and this turns into a mess as it's intercepted.
And the Jets are going to take over at their own 41. Well, if you're ever going to try to fake punt, this would seem to be the place to do it, but it doesn't work out.
Yeah, you got to make sure you throw it to your guys and not the other team. But yes, in this spot on the field, only needing a few yards for a first, I think that decision was okay and spot on. The problem was the execution. It was not.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over. And they're trying to hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game.
Category isn't that great, but to me, there's only one word that fits this front seven today, and that's dominant. 4 and 5 sacks is already rare in one game. Getting to more than 6 in one contest while winning by this many points, an absolutely astounding effort by every player involved.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
This has been a rough one to put it mildly for him, and after this one's done, you just feel like in the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked up by Greg Wilson. And the Browns are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down.
If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance. He's like,
and now this is intercepted. My goodness.
And the Jets are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. He exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision could get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing the...
And all the way in. Touchdown, New York.
Breece Hall,
51 yards.
And the Jets get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit.
Zuerlein now for the PAT. And that'll cut the lead back now to 21.
Next, the score, Browns 42, Jets 21. Greg Zuerlein to kick off for the Jets.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. Short kick. One of the up men will take it now. Throwing now, Watson. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Well, Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.